The average person with no formal budget loses about $400 a month to what financial researchers call leakage. Small purchases that individually feel harmless but collectively absorb 10 to 15% of a typical take-home income without leaving a visible trace. Subscriptions that auto-renew. Convenience purchases. Impulse buys that felt like deals. Meals that replaced cooking. This video is about zero-based budgeting, the specific method that closes that leak, not because it's strict, and not because it requires you to stop spending on things you enjoy, but because it works when other methods don't. A traditional budget sets categories with limits: $300 for groceries, $150 for eating out, $50 for entertainment, and then tries to stay under them. Most people overspend 3 categories every month and underspend 2. By the end of the month, they know they went over budget, but not exactly where or why. Zero-based budgeting works differently. The rule is simple: every dollar you earn gets assigned a job before the month starts. Income minus expenses, savings, and investments equals 0. Not because you spend everything, because every dollar has a destination. Let's walk through how this works for someone real. Priya is 27, earns $4,100 per month take-home working in healthcare administration in Atlanta. She's been doing her bank's version of a budget for 2 years, checking the balance periodically, trying not to overspend. She always has less money at the end of the month than she expects. Month 1 of zero-based budgeting. Priya lists her fixed expenses first. These don't change and go in without negotiation. Rent $200, car payment $280, car insurance $95, phone $45, internet $60, total fixed $1 to $680. Next, savings and investments. Priya treats these like bills. Before anything else, she assigns $300 to her emergency fund and $200 to her Roth IRA. These go in second, before discretionary spending. Total saved and invested, $500. Remaining after fixed expenses and savings, $4,100 minus $1,280 equals $1,920. Now she assigns the $1,920 to variable categories. Groceries, $300. Eating out and social, $200, gas, $80, personal care and hygiene, $50, clothing, $100, entertainment and streaming, $60, gifts and random, $80, health copays and pharmacy, $50, miscellaneous buffer, $100, remaining after variable categories, $900, which she moves into a sinking fund for future car repairs, travel and unplanned expenses. Total assigned, exactly $4,100, 0 left over. Every dollar has a job. What changed for Priya? In month 1, she discovered she had been spending $430 per month on eating out, not $200. She hadn't tracked it. She didn't feel like she was going out often. But $12 here, $25 there, 2 delivery orders a week, drinks after work twice a month. The real number was $430. That gap, $230 more than she thought, is the kind of invisible leak that zero-based budgeting reveals. She didn't have a willpower problem. She had a visibility problem. By month 3, Priya had her eating out spending down to $210, not by suffering through it, but by switching 2 restaurant nights to home cooking and cancelling 2 streaming services she'd forgotten she was paying for. That $200 in recovered cash went directly into her emergency fund. 3 specific tools. Most people who successfully stick with zero-based budgeting use one of 3 approaches. The first, a budgeting app that syncs with your bank. YNAB, You Need a Budget, was built specifically for zero-based budgeting. Every transaction gets assigned to a category. You see exactly where you stand in real time. Cost is about $99 per year. The second, a simple spreadsheet. Priya uses a Google Sheet with 2 columns, income and categories. She updates it once a week. It takes 15 minutes, free, flexible, and fully under her control. The third, the envelope method. Cash for each category in a physical envelope. When the eating out envelope is empty, eating out is done for the month. Extreme but effective for people who overspend on cards. What to do when the month breaks? Something unexpected always happens. Car repair, medical copay, a birthday gift you forgot about. In zero-based budgeting, the response is simple. Reduce another category or use the buffer. You don't abandon the system because it got disrupted. You adjust the remaining month and restart fresh next month. A broken month is not a failed budget. It's data that shows you what to add to next month's buffer. The result over time. After 8 months, Priya had $2,400 in her emergency fund, enough for 2 months of fixed expenses. She'd increased her Roth IRA contribution from $200 to $350 per month. She was saving more than she had been without feeling more restricted, because she'd traded invisible leakage for intentional spending. The money didn't change, the visibility did. And visibility is what zero-based budgeting gives you. If you want a downloadable zero-based budget template that's already formatted for a monthly take-home of $3,000 to $5,000, with all the categories pre-filled and the formulas built in, that template is linked in the description. And if you've tried budgeting before and want to know why the 50-30-20 rule often fails for people in their 20s and 30s, that comparison is the next video on this channel.